What's up YouTube, this is Dragon and this is another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. So let's get to the battle at hand. Now the Pokemon that I am definitely fearing the most is the Ditto, because the Ditto can literally just switch an entire game into its favor. Yes, Ditto is that Pokemon and you always have to keep your eye out because Ditto can truly crush souls. So I'm gonna start out with my Conkeldurr first because I am a little bit worried about, let's see, the Espeon. Of course it's the Espeon. Of all the Pokemon, I was really hoping my opponent didn't choose Espeon first, but you know what? Let's see. Since Espeon is the Pokemon that I fear the most, well, hold on. Yeah, I also have roll. You know what? I'm gonna go for knockoff, and I just gotta hope that this Pokemon is not choice specs, because I can go for the knockoff and KO him. So let's see what my opponent does. Really hoping this Espeon is not choice specs like the last time, because you know my opponent withdrew. I have no problems with that whatsoever. So my opponent withdraws into the Slowbro. Oh man, that is a bad choice. So that's going to be super effective, and that's a free knockoff right there. All right, so my opponent has basically two Psychic types. The fact that my opponent did switch in that moment means that I should probably switch as well. So let's see, should I switch into my Blastoise? Blastoise would be a good choice. I want to have my Conkeldurr at max health because it would be the best. So I'm gonna switch into, let's see, I'm gonna switch into my Blastoise, and then I'm gonna use Dark Pulse, and that will still do a ton of damage. So yeah, I want my Conkeldurr to be at max health because I believe Espeon will die from this Pokemon. So, well, maybe I should go to Rotom. Let's see. You know what? Rotom is a better choice. Rotom is a better choice because, yes, Rotom is a better choice because this team, the only Pokemon that I'm really worried about that can do, like, you know, bad stuff to me is basically the Slowbro. So, but then again, my opponent might also have the Zapdos, so that's also a thing. But okay, so cool. My opponent goes for the Scald, so hopefully it just doesn't burn me. And I do have Resto Chesto, but that's cool. No worries. So now I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt, and that should affect my opponent's whole team unless they do have the, you know, the Pokemon that's immune to all moves besides super effective attacks. What is that Pokemon's name again? No, I almost said Greninja. The Shedinja. Okay, so it's Ditto. All right. So I'm gonna Thunderbolt my opponent. My opponent literally is the exact same as me. And red card. Did not see that coming. Okay. Hopefully it's into, okay, the Blastoise. Fine, that's cool. My Rotom is maximum, my Rotom is maximum special defense, no, maximum defense, so I should be able to kill it with a Dark Pulse. I know my opponent's going to go for a Thunderbolt, so I think it would still be wise if I went back into my Rotom, because then I couldn't be paralyzed or anything like that. Yeah. I'm going to switch back into my Rotom. I have nothing to lose by switching back into my Rotom, because, like, there's not, like, I am max health, max defense, so this health is really going to come into my favor, and, you know, like, it's just better. It's better. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to Resto Chesto because I can, and I know, like, the next Thunderbolt is going to do considerable damage, and I just kind of hope that I go second this time. My opponent also might be Scarfed because a lot of trainers like to Scarf their Dittos, and that looks like a, nope, that's not a crit. But this Resto Chesto right here is going to put me back at max health while it didn't even matter what this Ditto did to me. I'm just right back into the game once again. Healed back up to full health, baby. So now, as you can see, it is Rotom versus Rotom, and I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt once again. So at least I don't have to worry about the Shedinja. That Shedinja really, whew, I mean, like, Shedinja gets taunt, and then it's like, you can't will-o-wisp it after the taunt, so it's just like, no, you know. And then you don't want to deal with the what you call it, the swords dance and all that other stuff. Okay, so is it gonna be the Espeon? Is it gonna switch back into the Espeon? That's a wise choice. What if I went for will-o-wisp? My opponent knew I had will-o-wisp, so you know, that was a pretty wise choice. Okay, so you know, it looks like if I go for a Hydro Pump from here, it would do a ton of damage. Let's see. My opponent is most likely just yeah, I have nothing to lose right now. I'm gonna go for Hydro Pump. Should I go for Hydro Pump? I'm gonna go for Hydro Pump. Let's go for the glory. And my opponent uses Psy Shock. So that's not gonna do any damage at all, because I'm max defense. And that Hydro Pump hits, baby. So that might be enough to KO, and it's a crit, baby. Taking it into the dome. So that's a downed Espeon, and looks like my opponent goes back into the Ditto. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go for the Thunderbolts again because, well, again, I have nothing to lose. So, that Espeon, the main threat is gone. Main threat gone. Oh my goodness, Resto Chester Rotom lives forever. I love this Rotom. It is such a freaking boss. Alright, and I'm gonna go for the T-Bolt again. And looks like I go first this time. Okay, so my opponent, min-max damage. Woo! Ooh! Oh man. So my opponent looks like he wasn't what you call it. My opponent was not Scarfed. That's quite it. Maybe he was Specs. It would be kind of silly to be Specs. That would be ridiculous because that's betting everything all on one sector of a particular game strategy, and that's kind of silly. So now I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt. I know I should be faster than the Slowbro, and the match was forfeited. Yes, Resto Chesto Rotom sleeping on the job, but getting his rest so that he could fight another day. Oh my lord, Rotom is such a freaking beast. Woo! Love Rotom, man. That's good. I think Rotom is one of my favorite Pokemons. In like X and Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Gen 6. You know, I never really used Resto Chesto Rotom in Gen 5, even though Resto Chesto Rotom was quite viable, but I just never did. You know, I just like whatever. It was one of those things, I guess. You know, like I just felt that I could just destroy it. I don't know. Gen 5 is different from Gen 6, and the battle spot is different than everything in Gen 5. So I'm loving it. That was a great battle, and I'm glad I was able to share this one. And my microphone is working this time, and I have a way to preempt this whole microphone debacle. So, and by preempt, I mean making sure that it doesn't happen again. Because yes, it pissed me off as much as it pissed other people off. I could see by, you know, how the video was rating and all that other stuff. Nonetheless, I'm glad that you guys enjoyed these battles, and as you know, I will see you in the next one. Well, see you later.